My champions, it seems Zanu PF is feeling the heat. It seems social media is really taking Zanu PF by storm. Zanu PF is being overtaken in terms of its propaganda. They are seeing that indeed what they are trying to say, all the narratives that they are trying to present through their different systems of propaganda, from Varakashi to Zanu PF big wigs and all the twerkers of Zanu PF, it seems it is hitting a brick wall. It is all being eroded. The lie is now exposed, and now they can be seen of how foolish they are in terms of trying to hide the truth of what is happening right inside the country. So because of that, the threat that Zanu PF is now giving out is as a result of the defeat that they are seeing in terms of media. So it means we are keeping them on their toes. We are really breathing in their neck. So they are running around, clueless and desperate. So we see a desperate Zanu PF government that targets and threatens WhatsApp group admins. Just imagine, very, very funny. We have funny people in leadership, people that are, they run out of ideas to the point that they start to expose their stupidity to the whole world. Just look at this report that we have of what Nick Mangwana is saying. And proudly coming on Twitter and writing such foolish things, for a whole spokesperson of government, this is really very, very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. So this is Nick Mangwana, and he says the continuous unauthorized republication or distribution of our content and publications on WhatsApp groups, websites, or any other social media sites should stop forthwith. Suffice to state, we shall also be targeting the WhatsApp group administrators in their personal capacities for allowing circulation of our content in their groups, should they choose to ignore or disregard this notice. In these circumstances, we hereby demand, as we hereby do, and then there's a legal notice there. So this is just stupidity. This is utter disgust, because you cannot have people or a whole government, trying to fight people that are admins of WhatsApp groups. Just imagine, what is an admin of a WhatsApp group? What is a WhatsApp admin group? Just tell me. You can open a WhatsApp group and even forget about it, that you are even the admin there and you are busy doing whatever that you are doing out there. You can even spend a whole 6 months without even participating in a group that probably you yourself opened, where now more and more people are in there and many people are now talking, and probably you are busy with something else. Surely, do they think that being a WhatsApp admin is some kind of employment where somebody will have to be sitting down there watching every post that has to come in there, to the point that you want to say, if there is something that has been released which they are calling their own content, they will be now coming after WhatsApp group. And how do they get to know them? Very stupid. Nick Mangwana, I'm telling you, these guys are sick in their skull. I'm telling you, how do you get group admins? A WhatsApp group can have 5 people, and one person can open that WhatsApp group, and that WhatsApp is circulating just amongst the 5 people. So how will a whole government be able to go and monitor 3 people who have their own group, 4 people, or a family that have their own family group, and things like that? How will they do it? It's just like the issue we were talking about yesterday, where they are asking Sadiq to reverse the SIOM report. How can that ever happen? It's just taking some piece of paper and you paint it with some funny paint and design, and you ask a grade 1 child to draw some kind of gold there, and you write Zig on it, and you tell Zimbabweans that it's money. And then you yourself, you say, we don't want it. That's exactly the foolishness that we are seeing in Zanu PF. You see, this idea of them trying to fight people that are out there in social media and in the media, they are trying to find ways of persecuting people that are circulating information, because they are seeing that they are being beaten when it comes to dissemination of information. We are far, far, far ahead of them when it comes to dissemination of information. So how do they really want to come after WhatsApp group admins? What is a WhatsApp group admin? Someone can even make you an admin in a WhatsApp group and you may not even know it until you go to search the group information. You may not even know it, you see. And then tomorrow, Nick Mangwana will come and want to threaten you or drag you to the courts and say, you did what? You did what? And for that matter, if somebody else posts something that they are calling their own in that group, why should the admin be punished for that? Because the admin is not employed to be sitting down there as an editor who has to be looking at every post that comes in. That is foolishness. So all this is just a desperate attempt of Zanu PF to threaten people so that people are afraid of continually disseminating information. Now they want to say all this information or the articles that are coming from the Zim papers are their property. If it's their property, why are you distributing it to everyone? This is social media. This is social media, Nick Mangwana. You can't control this. You can go and control your dead BC there, but you can't control the Zim papers, because as long as they come into the public domain, they will have to go around. There's nothing that you can do. And these papers are also online. So if they are online and then maybe Newsday or the Daily News, they put something on Twitter, they put something on Facebook, and then when it is shared to the next person, it becomes a crime. If they don't want their content, they must pull out of social media. Then they can keep their information right on paper. Then we can see how far they will go. So all this is just desperation of Zanu PF. And I can tell you that, you know what, this is just a sign that Zanu PF has just reached its end. They've just reached their end, these guys. They no longer know what to do. And just listen to the language that he's using, the language of threatening, the language that is so tough that just he enjoys. Nick Mangwana is one person who enjoys every time that there is a legislation or a law that has been put in place, which makes life difficult for Zimbabweans. He enjoys it. He will come with that law, he publishes it on his post, and he seems to be the one that has really written it, and he emphasizes on it and threatens people about it. So Nick Mangwana seems like he is enjoying this dictatorship as if he has a grudge with the Zimbabwean people. I don't know what is his grudge with the Zimbabwean people. He used to be just an ordinary person just a few years ago when he was in the United Kingdom. So why is he coming so angry and so vindictive against the Zimbabwean people? What have we done to him? So anyway, it is not going to work like any other thing that is started by Zanu PF. All we know that Zanu PF starts things, but they don't materialize. They don't work at the end of the day. So they can continue to back on and say whatever that they are saying, but at the end of the day, it is all going to just crumble, because whatever that they are wishing will never be able to be accomplished or achieved, because it is impossible. Very, very impossible. They are making life just difficult for themselves. You can't follow up WhatsApp groups that are on personal phones of individuals. How do you get there? So why should they even waste their time talking about it? Something that they know that they can't even be able to control. But we are not going to be stopped, family. We will continue to demand the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. And this is what we are for. And we are going for it. We are not bowing down. If they think they can threaten us, they can say whatever they want to say as much as they want, but we are not bowing down. We are standing up for the rights of the Zimbabwean people. We are demanding our freedom, and we want new government and a new leadership. This leadership is just a dead leadership. They must just go. Mnangagwa and his circus clowns must just leave Zimbabwe and go. Otherwise, this is the worst government ever that has ever been seen in any country of the world. We have never seen this level of foolishness and stupidity. So we won't stop. Let's continue piling pressure. Let's share the information. Let's continue. If you have a show that has really touched you, look for somebody to share. Send it to somebody. Give a link to somebody else. Information will have to continue to go. So you can see, family, that this government is bent on trying to stop us from sending out information, educating the nation and telling the nation the truth of things that are happening on the ground. But are they going to succeed? They won't, because they won't shut us down. We will continue to speak until Zimbabwe is free. So thank you for those that have joined us. Please always like, subscribe, and always put a comment what you think. I also want to hear what you think about this so that we can continue to converse and to discuss. This is very, very important. Thank you, family, for joining me on the show. I will continue to be giving you more and more updates.